So welcome. This is Nicky Scott from Herefordshire and Worcestershire Group Training Association, so HWGTA as I tend to know it. It's lovely to have you with us. Thank you so much. And it's just great to be able to talk to you about the other opportunities we have locally in Herefordshire and the surrounding areas for students across Herefordshire and Worcestershire and beyond. So Nicky, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at HWGTA.
Hello, thank you for inviting me, first of all. So I'm from Hereford. I've attended sort of local schools in the area. So I've been with HWGTA now for over 3 years. So very passionate about promoting apprenticeships to everybody, really, so everyone can make an informed choice about their pathway for the future. So we've got 2 sites, Herefordshire and Worcestershire. And the Worcestershire site is based by Shrub Hill train station for those students that are able to travel to Worcestershire, which obviously gives you a lot more opportunity to find somewhere potentially if you can apply to both sites. The Herefordshire site is based in Homer Road, just past the leisure centre, skate park there. So we've got 2 sites. So say for students that can travel to both, obviously doubles the chances. So it works in very similar way, really. We've got large engineering centres and we've got large and small employers in both counties. So most people, I would imagine, would probably sort of be attending the Herefordshire route training. So perhaps we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail today.
Lovely. And so what's fascinating is I think a lot of students these days are often considering kind of higher education and universities, and actually gone are the days when apprenticeships are the kind of lesser brother, as it were, of the system. And I think it's really useful for students and parents to find out more about apprenticeships. So tell us a little bit, what kinds of apprenticeships do you offer and what are the positives of apprenticeships?
Okay, so there are actually, I mean, we can't offer 1,000 different types of apprenticeships because obviously there'll be way too many, but there are actually about 1,000 different types of apprenticeships available out there. So it's just up to the students to go and do some research really to find the training providers with those particular vacancies that they're interested in. But at HWGTA, we offer accountancy, business administration, customer service, engineering and management, which is a progression route and management apprenticeship. So those are what we cover at HWGTA. We were formed 54 years ago by a group of engineering companies that said, rather than us all train our new engineers individually, why don't we open a centre and get people to do it for us? So that's how we were formed in Herefordshire 54 years ago. We've been in Worcestershire probably just over 25 years, I think now, over in Worcestershire, but that's where we started off in Herefordshire. And then we branched out into commerce probably about 20 years ago. And that's when we sort of started off doing the accountancy, business admin, customer service and management. So what is the benefits of doing an apprenticeship? I mean, ultimately, what we're all studying for whilst we're at school, college, is for a good career. So in whichever sort of pathway that may take us. So the apprenticeship route is all about getting into a good job, but hands-on. There is a level of academic ability that will be required. You will need to study and do the assignments. But it's only roughly 1 day a week. So it depends, so you do need that level of academic ability, but most of the job is hands-on. So you're earning whilst you're learning, because obviously you've got an employer. They're the ones that will be paying you. So you'll be earning a salary, getting a qualification, which is a level 3 is equal to 2 A levels, progressing on to a level 4, which is your HNC, HND, which is your higher level apprenticeship, going on to a level 5, level 6, and ultimately up to a level 7, which is your master's degree. All along, you'll be earning, as I say, in your job role, so you won't accrue any debt whatsoever. And the benefits are is that your employer will also pay you to do the degree. It may be further down the line. It's not something you can go into quickly. But facts and statistics have proven that you come out probably at the same level salary-wise as you do going down the university route from sixth form, going through the apprenticeship route. But the difference being you'll obviously be earning more because you won't be paying any debt back for what you've accrued through the university route, because the apprenticeship was all paid for, including the degree. There is no debt whatsoever to the student.
That's so interesting and great to hear about the different variety of courses there are. Now, so a student finishing either Hereford Sixth Form College or Worcester Sixth Form College, they might be considering their different options. And one of the things that I know at Herefordshire we have is that a lot of our students go across to the art college and do a fine art year and fine art foundation course, or they might well go across to the Herefordshire and Ludlow College. And we're so lucky locally at having excellent other providers so close by. And often students leave us with their A-levels or BTECs and go and do that year. And actually it's a kind of sideways move, isn't it? So they've done a level 3 with us, perhaps some A-levels and BTECs, and then they go and do another level 3. Is it similar, or do they go straight into a kind of progressive approach with HWGTA? So how does it work with you guys? Let's imagine someone's finished here and then coming to you.
Okay, so it depends what they're actually coming into with us. If they're coming into engineering, they would start off at a level 3, even though they've already maybe got level 3s at sixth form or 2A levels, because engineering, you may not have learnt the basics at sixth form, or it might not be what the employer wants you to know. We're very much employer-led at HWGTA. By the employers tell us what these young people need to know in order to do the job. So the standards of what been drawn up by the government and employers that you need to meet. So you need to come in and start at the bottom, the foundation of engineering, and work your way up to a level 4, which is what's called the higher degree apprenticeship. The level 3 takes approximately 4 years to complete, although now with it being standards, you can complete it in 3 years, and then you can start your level 4 in your 4th year. And then you could say progress up. Slightly different with commerce, which is accountancy, business admin, customer service. You can start at your AAT level 3, which you then can work up to your AAT level 4 and on to your CMA or your CMA, depending on what your job role is. So accountancy works slightly different. And then customer service is going at a level 2, which I know sometimes it might be thought of that is a step backwards, but it really isn't, because again, you're learning that job role within that company. They like you to be able to start learning from the bottom, a level 2, and then you can progress to either a level 3 in business admin. So quite often that will be the route, but a level 2 customer service is only 12 months long. So then you'll go on to your level 3 business admin, which can be 12 to 18 months. Again, you know, you can do it as quick. Well, I think the quickest you can do it is 12 months.
Brilliant. And what kinds of employers do you work with then? So we often think that Herefordshire is a little bit of a backwater, you know, no big employers. Is that the case? Is that how you find it, that it's quite hard to find employers and hard to find apprenticeship providers?
No, quite the opposite. We have so many vacancies at the moment. We have such a large selection of employers. We have small and large employers. So we work with all the majority of accountancy companies, solicitors, schools even. We have a lot of schools that are looking to take on customer service or business admin apprentices. And we also work with larger employers, so such as NHS, Balfour Beatty. I mean, wherever you are, the progression route, you know, you can really sort of reach the highest level within that organisation once you've got that qualification. And it's all about stepping stones, about where it can lead to. So a lot of young people want to go into law. And I said, well, maybe consider maybe a business admin apprenticeship within a solicitor's learning, you know, perhaps you'll find out a little bit more about it, and then perhaps they'll ultimately put you through your law degree potentially in the future. So it's all about finding out, you know, in the beginnings really of what the job involves. And it might not be that for you, you might get into that company and think, well, really, perhaps law isn't for me after law. And it's no, imagine if you'd gone in to do a degree in that and realised, you know, oh, I'm not really enjoying this. So maybe an apprenticeship in something like a solicitor's, you know, might be a great foundation really for your career to find out if it is or isn't for you, whatever the case may be. And that goes across the board for a lot of apprenticeships, really. It's sort of finding out, you know, is it for you? You know, 99% it is, you know, and they go on to have, you know, really rewarding careers in the future. So it's getting that sort of taste, really.
And
So that's
really interesting. It's so interesting to hear that the employers do want them to kind of learn their trade from the bottom. But then also what's interesting is that it does give you that kind of flexibility to explore different options. I also like the fact that you've got more space to kind of have a look at a career and think, does this suit me? And then actually, if it doesn't, you can kind of think, well, I'm going to go in this other route instead. So that's really, really interesting. How many students do you take on a year?
Across both sites, I think we have 60 engineering in Worcester. We have up to 50 in Hereford. That's engineering. So that's about 110 across the two sites in engineering. Commerce, we probably take on approximately, again, about 100 really per year, maybe slightly more than that. So that's, yeah, across both sites really. So we have a lot of vacancies, but unfortunately struggling for applicants. So we're just trying to sort of find out, you know, what are the obstacles about people applying for apprenticeships.
Fascinating,
So
because so many of my students are really interested in that route and just don't know a huge amount about it. So what would you recommend to a student who is interested in an apprenticeship but didn't know a huge amount? Would they be able to come and visit, or how would they learn more about HWGTA, and what are the options from them from now?
I would say go onto our website, register to attend our open evenings that will be being held on the 15th and 16th of February. The 15th of February is Hereford, the 16th of February is Worcester, and they are face-to-face events. We'll have employers attending, we'll have staff there to talk to the students. We'll be doing presentations about, you know, all about what we're talking about now, really, sort of what's involved, how to apply, the commitment that we require when you're entering into an apprenticeship. You'll be having tours of our facilities. You'll be going around our engineering training centres, the accountancy classrooms and the commerce classrooms, business admin, customer service. So we'll be there to sort of guide you and help you with any questions you may have. So it's a great introduction for apprenticeships and HWGTA is to come to our open evenings. If you're not able to make those open evenings, please just message us and we can make one-to-one appointments to show you round. And I'm quite happy to go through my presentation. I've also got that electronically as well. So if they want that emailed, that's also available on our website, actually. There's loads of information on our website for people to go and have a look at. There's videos from our managers and case studies from our apprentices. So there's lots of information available on our website. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We've got lots of information. You're actually able to do an apprenticeship age 16 to 64. A lot of young people seem to think they've got to apply sort of under 20, and that really isn't the case. So our apprentices range at the moment from 16 to 32. So, you know, it's never too late to apply for an apprenticeship. If you suddenly find yourself on the wrong path for whatever reason, you know, I just say, you know, just apply then and sort of get on the right path, hopefully, because the skills that you learn from an apprenticeship will set you up for life. I meet many young people at mock interviews and career events, and they just do not know what they want to do. And I always advise them, well, look, think about an apprenticeship, because whatever skills you get from an apprenticeship will stay with you for the rest of your career, and whatever you go into in the future, you know, you'll have that fundamental basis of what you've learned in your apprenticeship. So you'll be following direction, you'll learn to work with others, it'll give you confidence, resilience. There's so much more that you can get from an apprenticeship other than just being paid. You know, those skills, I say, will set you up for life and whatever you go into. A lot of our apprentices start off, as I say, level 2, level 3. They're now CEO of their companies. So, I mean, you know, sky's the limit when you start off as an apprentice. So I just want people to, you know, seriously consider that could be the right option for them post 16, post 18.
Brilliant. Nicky, thank you so much for your time. And it's just fantastic to find out more about what you and HWGTA do. So thank you so much. It's been lovely to chat, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Bye-bye.